Nick and Sammy, retired with mom and dad. Here we are on the patio. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Is it raining? This is what you get when you're in the middle of rainy season. Hopefully the construction noise going on over there is not too bad. You can hear the birds. It is a little overcast and it is cool. Very, very cool. Today is only 30 degrees. This morning it was cold. It was about 26, 25 degrees and it was chilly. Anyway, I'm out on the patio today to talk to you about online shopping in Sri Lanka. Where can I go to find the things I need? Where can I find stores that I can go and buy the things I need? How do I do all that here in Sri Lanka? Join me, why don't you, right after this. Alright guys, so first thing off, we're going to start with the online culture here in Sri Lanka. So this is just from my personal experience. I'm not going to say that I'm right or wrong. I'm just going to say from my personal experience. So some of the things as an expat I want are food products. So the foods that I prefer. So your Italian meats and sausages, your cheeses, your Italian cheeses and processed cheeses. Not processed, your natural cheeses. Your beef. Mom likes pork sausage. Things of that nature. Food is very hard to come by here because it's imported. And you can go to a restaurant to get it, but you're paying a markup. You can go to places that sell specifically for foreigners. So there's a couple of Lux, and there's a Kadalish Farms, which does higher end cuts of Sri Lankan beef and pork. Not the best, but still it's okay. Getting imported meats has been difficult. I've kind of given up on steak, other than going to a restaurant and ordering it from a restaurant. Pork, we get away with. Cheeses, we do well. We get the cheese that we want. Not the best, but it holds us over. Bread is another thing. It's just the bread is just not what I'm used to. It's a little heavier, a little thicker than what I'm used to. And also, you know, bread in the West is ultra refined, ultra processed, lots of sugar. I guess I'm just not used to the non-sugar stuff here. And the wheat here doesn't have a lot of protein. So for me to use the bread maker that I have to import wheat from the Middle East, from Persia, from Dubai or something. So I do have a company that does that. So that's how the problems I run into is finding places that cater to my needs. Most of the stores are either 100% online or zero. And if you're catering to the younger, modern expat, you're going to be online. If you're not going to go online. Finding things online like stores and stuff, they don't get updated as much as they do in the West. Having online presence is not the biggest priority for a lot of these companies. Now, some, yes, don't get me wrong, some yes, but most of the times no. The second thing is higher end electronics and specialty items. Very difficult to find in Sri Lanka because they don't stock them. And if they do, they have a very limited selection. Very difficult to find. When you do find a vendor who can supply you the things that you want, lock in there. Let me tell you, lock in there. Now, that is going out and shopping brick and mortar, or like finding a place to buy something. I'll give you an example. Trying to find a computer chair, a gaming chair, comfortable chair for my desk, took me months. Didn't want to order it online. I had to go and pick it up because the delivery charge is just ridiculous because of the weight, right? And the import cost. And we'll talk about import in a bit. But the weight and everything, you obviously can't deliver that. So I had to find a store that had it, and finding the stores that have it was very difficult. They are electronics stores, they are computer stores, they are technology stores, but they weren't that prevalent online. They're more of like a local place. And then when I went there, they didn't have really they didn't have a big selection. They had one or two. And if you're trying to find a good quality at a decent price, it's a big headache. You're not going to be fully satisfied with the results. So be aware of that. That is one of the problems you're going to run into living here, because that's what I've run into. Now, if you can tell me any tips or tricks from my Sri Lankan brothers and sisters, how to find local stuff, how to find vendors who can provide me with the things that I need, imported things, maybe higher end things. Like even when I go to like Samsung or Singer, which is like the Best Buy of Sri Lanka, or Arpico, there's no selection. They're out of stock, or there's no selection. Now, I've kind of given up. I don't really go to Colombo to do that. I'll go like in my area. So maybe that's not, I'm being stereotypical about it. But I have gone in Colombo and I have looked at stores, and I don't find a big selection. It's like one or two. That's all we have. If you want something, you gotta go on and order it, and we'll get it shipped out from the head office or the warehouse or whatever. So that's, and the reason behind that is because everything is imported in this country, and there are huge import duties on higher end luxury items, and food is a luxury item. When I say food, I said non-staple foods are a luxury item. So like prosciutto, cheese, hams, sausage, those kinds of things, steak. Those are luxury items. Those are things that you can get in Sri Lanka locally. Importing it, you pay huge duty, customs and stuff like that. High-end electronics. Cars are like 100 to 300%. Importing a car here is ridiculous. High-end electronics also. I'm surprised I didn't get stopped at the border coming back, because I had 1, 2, 3, 4 phones with me and 2 watches. Now, 2 of the phones didn't work and 1 of the watches didn't work, but I've read news stories where they've stopped people for less or more, a guy coming in with 50 phones. And that's because the import tax on high-end goods, electronics, is ridiculous. Now, here is where I'm going to give you my experience. If you're wanting a phone, a watch, high-end electronics that you can carry on your person, like a laptop, a phone, a watch, smartwatch, go overseas and buy it. Buy it in Singapore, buy it in Thailand, buy it in Philippines, then import it in, because it's a heck of a lot cheaper. It's a heck of a lot cheaper. The second thing, if you want a desktop, buy the parts overseas. You can buy the case and the power supply here, the RAM and the storage, you can buy all here. But the graphics card, the CPU, the motherboard, even the memory, buy overseas and carry it in with you. That's what I did with my computer originally. My original computer that I had in Korea, I took it apart and left the case and the power supply in Korea because I didn't need it. Well, you don't need a power supply. You buy the power supply here because you need the Sri Lankan cable and the Sri Lankan power. So that makes sense. So that is like shopping locally. Okay, now let's talk about online shopping. I have a little bit of an addiction to online shopping. I use two main sites. Number one, I'll just a little aside, I will never use Temu or Alibaba. No. I might, mom wants me to check out something on Temu. I'll see if I can find it on another site, but maybe I'll try it once just to see what happens. The number one site I use in Sri Lanka is a local site, Daraz. Daraz is the local online retailer. It's the biggest one. There are other ones that are resellers like LK. No, I can't remember it because I don't use it. It's so much crap and just not worth it in my opinion. And those are resellers. It's more of like a non-auction eBay. Hey guys, Sri Lankan Sammy, thanks for joining. I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about the channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to support the channel, clicking like, sharing, and commenting, but I need to ask you for a little bit of help and helping me get the channel up and running a little bit better. Please click the link down below if you want to support the channel and buy me a coconut. What I will do is I will match the dollars and I will go out and buy fresh fruit and vegetables from local farmers on the roadside. You guys have seen me do that before. I'll continue doing that by supporting the local economy. Passively, if you would like to, you can just watch a commercial. I am monetized, so if you watch an ad all the way through, a couple, that would really help the channel. And even more so, click the link of the ad and let it pop up on your computer. Leave it open for a few minutes. That would really help the channel passively. And one last thing, if you could please just put a comment, an emoji, one word saying hello, saying hi, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Vesak, Happy Poya, whatever it is, whenever it is, I truly appreciate it. Sri Lankan Sammy, loving you all. We'll see you all on the other side. LK something, LK man or something, I don't know. I can't remember what it is because I don't use it. There are lots of for sale websites. They're just sketchy in my opinion. Daraz is a retailer and a reseller. So you will have people drop shipping on there. My personal experience with them has been highly positive. So first of all, you can choose whether to shop locally or internationally. Now, internationally usually means China. So when the product comes in from China, you have to double check the return policy and the customs or delivery charge. They don't know the customs charge, but the delivery charge. You may be hit for customs. In the 3 years that I've been here and the amount of stuff that I've imported, only once did I get stopped at customs, and it was the my monitor stands, the floating stands that I use. They're poles. When they came in, they didn't know what they were because it wasn't properly marked. And it's like computer parts, but it's actually a desk mount for monitors. And it's huge, right? Because it was the one that I used above. And mosquito bite. Oh, I got eaten by a mosquito yesterday, and I think I'm being eaten by mosquitoes today. Ooh, Mom, lots of ants out here. I'll get that looked at. The amount of stuff I've imported, I've only had once. It was like $6 I had to pay. Go down to they asked what it was, and then sign a piece of paper, pay the duty, and away you go. By the way, guys, I want to say thank you for watching, liking, and commenting. Please comment. Really helps the channel get out there, okay? I truly appreciate that. Watch a commercial all the way through. That would also help me because I'm monetized. What do I buy on Dara's? Well, coffee beans. I like Lavazza coffee beans, and at the store, these are imported. At the store, they are about 12,000 rupees. Online, they're 10,000, free delivery. And I buy it from a store, not from Dara's. And the store delivers it via Dara's. So it comes straight to the house. I put Ratna Siri's phone number so that when the delivery driver is looking for the house, I don't have to go and run to find him to talk to the delivery driver. But it's the same delivery driver. He now knows the house and we have no problem. So I've bought on Dara's little things like salt for the foot bath, an ear cleaner device, parts for my PC side hustle, laptop side hustle, little pieces that I needed there, desktop parts and accessories like mouse pad, under table mount for cables, cables I bought, just little things, because going and searching for them in a store is just too much of a headache. And they're not urgent. That's the other thing, they're not urgent, and most of them come local. Now the second site I use is AliExpress. Now I'll tell you this, I haven't had any problems with AliExpress because I use a extension, a browser extension called Ali Helper, which it works. It shows the reliability based on the reviews and the comments of each seller, so you don't have to spend time searching for these. Now, are they true? Are they not true? You got to start somewhere, right? I mean, you can do your own research and you can search out every seller's comments and take away the top 5 and the bottom 5 and look at the average. You can do that work yourself, and I suggest you do. AliExpress, what I do is I look at the product and I compare it to whether I can find it in Dara's. The one thing I don't like about Dara's is their search function is not that good, and the sorting function is not that good on AliExpress. There's problems. It's not intuitive. The second thing is double, triple, quadruple check the return policy and the delivery charge. Always go through it and double, triple, quadruple check. Make sure you know how much you're going to pay. I got caught once when I purchased printer ink for Mom's printer. It's not available in Sri Lanka. It's discontinued. And the printer ink was cheap online. It was 20 bucks, but the delivery charge was like $50. I was like, for this little tiny thing, and because it included the import charge, and because it's a discontinued model. So I told her, the cost of printer ink, you can buy a brand new printer. Okay, so next time when she runs out of this, we're buying a new printer. Or I said, just take a USB and go to the print shop and print it off. No, she wants it here to do it here instead of traveling all the way there. I'm like, whatever. Okay, you spend your money. The other things that I bought online, we needed a mounting bracket for the microwave oven, and it had to be very specific. And I found it online, and it got delivered, and it was good quality. Another time, I needed a refund. I bought a pair of running shoes, and these are very expensive, high-end running shoes. Hoka, H-O-K-A, I think. And again, when you're buying products like that, go through the description and make sure you're getting the one you want. I did that, but I still got measured incorrectly, and I ordered the wrong size. I didn't get the wrong size. I ordered the wrong size. So I contacted the seller. I said, I'm going to send it back. Please send back a bigger one. No problem. And he even paid the shipping. So that was really cool. I gave him a good review. God, I'm getting bit on my ankles here. It's hard to see mosquitoes because they're so small. Anyway, another time I don't know what happened because I couldn't communicate with the seller. That's another problem. Sometimes the seller is incommunicado. So I ordered a neck massager, like a pillow, right? You put your head back and it massages your neck. When I got it, it was a USB cable that was in the package. So I immediately took a picture, sent it to Daraz. They said, yeah, refund, no problem. And I sent it back. I didn't ask for another one. I didn't want another one. So when you're doing a refund, once it's approved, or no. So when you have a refund because of, depending on the reason, like you don't want it, they will print off, give you a sticker number or a return number, and the same driver will come and pick it up. And then they send it to the depot. They look at your thing, they look at the product, and they say, okay, we'll refund you. It takes about 3 days, and you get your refund. Wonderful. So I've never really had a problem with online shopping. One time I did was because I neglected to read the return policy on a stick of RAM. So I bought the same stick of RAM from 2 different companies. One company accepted the return, the other one didn't. So whatever. So my experiences online shopping have been positive. I haven't had any issues. I haven't had any problems. So I suggest to you guys is to, as a expat, very easy to log in and set up an account. No problem. You can set it up to your bank account or your credit card. As a tourist, I'm going to suggest this. Because of customs and immigration, you don't know when it's going to arrive. It says it's estimated to come. I had one time it was estimated to come in a week. It took a month because it got stuck in customs. And you don't know, is there a strike? Is there a work slowdown? Is there something? It gets stuck. You don't know. And tracking is not the best here. It's not the best. But as a tourist, local delivery, yeah. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is food delivery. Not a problem. I use Pizza Hut and KFC. Their proprietary websites, haven't had a problem. When I use Uber Eats, the drivers are not always following the instructions. They call. For them, it's much easier. And they can't read English. So that's the problem. As a tourist, if you're using food delivery app, make sure that you have someone who speaks Sinhala. All the apps are in English. 100% in English, no problem. So that's another good thing. Food delivery apps, Uber Eats. I mean, you can use Uber Eats or Pick Me. There's a couple other ones, I think. But Uber Eats is the big one here. And Pick Me. Those are the 2. Uber Eats is the global one. Pick Me is the local one. I would suggest Pick Me because it is domestic and Sri Lankan. So that's it. That's my story. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, make a comment and I'll gladly answer them. I'm Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. Remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. And be good to each other. We'll see you all on the other side.